Dear students, let us today see about the derived lipids, which is included in the portion of lipids of our syllabus, that is of unit 4, and its just outline is mentioned in our syllabus. So let us see it briefly. Derived lipids include the hydrolysis products of simple and compound lipids, which we had seen in earlier presentations, and also various other compounds such as steroids, terpenes, carotenes, fatty aldehydes, and ketones. So besides those which come as the hydrolysis product of simple and compound lipids, the other classes of compounds included in derived lipids are steroids, terpenes, and carotenoids. So all steroids may be considered as derivatives of fused and saturated ring system, that is cyclopentanoperhydrophenanthrene nucleus or styrene nucleus. Here the numbering is shown here. There are A, B, C, 3 6-membered rings, and D is a 5-membered ring, which are fused to form the styrene nucleus, and the carbon atoms are numbered as shown here. Different compounds are derived in the category of steroids are derived from this cyclopentanoperhydrophenanthrene nucleus. It may be substituted at different positions by different groups, like shown in this figure. At 17th position, another hydrocarbon chain is substituted here. So different steroid hormones, they belong to this group, which are derived from styrene nucleus. Cholesterol is the most common steroid and is mainly synthesized in liver. It is the precursor of vitamin D. Cholesterol is also a precursor to many important steroid hormones like estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone, which are secreted by gonads and endocrine glands. Therefore, steroids play very important roles in body's reproductive system. Cholesterol also plays a role in synthesizing the steroid hormones aldosterone, which is used for osmoregulation, and cortisol, which plays a role in metabolism. Here you can see the structure of different hormones like cortisol, cortisone, aldosterone, which are the derivatives of styrene. You don't have to remember these structures for our examination, because it is not included, only outline is required. Another class of compounds belonging to the derived lipids are terpenes, and terpenes are the natural products that are structurally related to isoprene. So here you can see the structure of isoprene unit with alternating single and double bonds. The general formula of terpenes is C5H8 repeated a number of times. If N is equal to 2, the compounds are called monoterpenes. If N is equal to 3, they are known as sesquiterpenes. And when N is equal to 4, they are known as diterpenes. A large number of different types of terpenes are there, which belong to the category of derived lipids. Terpenes include many volatile compounds used in perfume and food flavors, turpentine, and the carotene pigments and rubber. A class of tetraterpene plant pigments, they are specifically known as carotenes. They vary in color from yellow through orange to red. This color originating in a chain of alternating single and double bonds. Carotenoids belong to the category of tetraterpenoids. containing 40 carbon atoms. Structurally, carotenoids take the form of Pauline hydrocarbon chain, which is sometimes terminated by rings and may or may not have additional oxygen atoms attached. This is the general structure of carotenoids. Carotenes are the pigments which are present in carrot, then pumpkin, papaya. Beta carotene is the most known carotenoid and most often naturally occurring carotene. Beta carotene, also known as provitamin A, can be metabolized to vitamin A in different tissues. In turn, vitamin A, retinol, can be transformed to retinal, which is essential for vision. Here the structure of another carotene is shown, delta carotene. This structure of conjugated double bonds leads to a high reducing potential or the ability to transfer electrons throughout the molecules. This electron transferring ability of carotenoids make them very good antioxidants. What are antioxidants? Antioxidants are substances that can prevent or slow damage to cells caused by free radicals. What are free radicals? They are unstable molecules that the body produces as a reaction to environmental and other pressures and also as intermediates of metabolic reactions. Free radicals are highly unstable molecules. They form when atoms or molecules gain or lose electrons. So, in the outermost shell of these molecules, which are termed as free radicals, there is unpaired electron, and they tend to acquire stability by gaining electron. So they take electrons from different molecules of our cells, and in turn these molecules are oxidized, so which is harmful for our cells. For example, when our body uses oxygen, it creates free radicals as byproducts, and the damage caused by these free radicals is called as oxidative stress. So friends, free radicals can also damage our immune system, the cells of our immune system, and this may cause weakening of our immune system, and is in today's scenario it is very important to increase our immunity. So carotene pigments are free radical scavengers. Look at this picture. This is all these slides I have taken directly from internet. So see here in the center, free radical is shown, which is trying to grab the electron from healthy atoms and in turn causing damage to our cells. So antioxidants, which is shown on the right side, it is happily giving electron to free radicals, and hence antioxidants neutralize free radicals and prevent our cells from getting damaged due to free radicals. So they are called as free radical scavengers, and carotenoids pigments are free radicals scavengers. So to boost our immune system, particularly in today's scenario, we must eat leafy vegetables, then carrots, pumpkins, and all those vegetables and fruits which are pigmented.